Here we are again. Welcome to week 5 of the Fearless Immunity Masterclass. Strengthen your natural defenses. The topic for this week's class is next level nutrition and detoxification. And it's been an awesome journey so far. I can't believe after tonight's class is done, there's only one more class before the masterclass series is over. This is a 6-week series that we're excited that many of you have been following along the whole time. And this week, hopefully you get some amazing things out of it as well. For those of you I've not had the pleasure to meet yet, and for those of you tuning in for the first time, my name is Dr. Jake Shupe. And this right here is my beautiful wife, Dr. Christy Shupe. We are the proud owners and founders of Freedom Family Chiropractic. We're a Max Living Health Center in Garner, North Carolina. We're just about 10 minutes from downtown Raleigh. And with the principles that we get to teach, we call them the 5 essentials. We'll talk about those in a second. But with these principles of healthy living, not only have we watched them transform the health of thousands of people in our community and tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people around the world, we watched them change our own lives first. You see, I used to have back pain from injury in college. I used to struggle with allergies and sinus issues. And through chiropractic care and the 5 essentials, I no longer have any allergy problems. I've watched it help my wife defeat debilitating panic attacks and anxiety, and she's got her life back. It helped my mom come off 3 medications, 2 of which were antidepressants, antipsychotic drugs that she was taking for over 15 years, came off the medications, overcame migraine headaches off of a drug called Imitrex. She's lost weight. In her 60s, she ran her first half marathon. I watched my dad follow the nutrition principles and lost 13 pounds in a week. He went to the chiropractor, overcame plantar fasciitis, and I could go on and on and on about the cool changes that we've been able to see in our family. And that's just one of the many reasons why I'm so passionate about sharing these principles with you and changing the lives of others in our community. So if you're in the house and there's somebody else in the house, pull them over, drag them over, tell them that they watch this, share this with a friend. If you know somebody right now that could really use working on their health, and let's face it, we all can, share the link with them. And that's one of our core values, is that we help others. So let's help somebody else tonight, and let's get some shares on here as well. As we're tuning in, I see a few people are saying hi. Good evening. Good evening. Appreciate your comments and your feedback. If you hop on here tonight, make sure you say hi. And I really want to hear some of your takeaways, some of your feedback. And we'll get right into some of the things. But first, I want to go over these 5 essentials, because the repetition will tie these to memory, and then you can really, really act on these. So what are these 5 essentials? It's funny, before I go over these, I had a patient, one of my favorite guys, his name's Archie. He came in and he watched week 1 of the masterclass, and I said on there, if you can't even remember what the 5 essentials are, then good luck trying to apply them into your life. And he took that to heart. I quizzed him. He knocked out all 5 of the essentials. And so I hope that you remember these. The first one is going left to right here is core chiropractic and optimizing the nervous system. 2 is nutrition. 3 is mindset. 4 is oxygen and exercise. 5 is what we're going to be talking about mostly tonight, and that's minimizing toxins. These are the 5 essentials of max living. Last week, we talked about the power of the nervous system. If you missed the class, don't worry, go back, whether you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, all the classes are recorded. And don't forget, for those of you who've been following along, only one more week, you're going to get your Masterclass certificate. You're going to get your sweet Warrior Patient t-shirt with the Max Living logo and the BJ Palmer quote on the back of it. So for everybody who completes the 6 classes and course, you're going to get rewarded for it. And maybe you've missed a couple classes. Don't worry, it's not too late. You've got some time to catch up. And then this week and next week, and then we'll be finished with the class. One of the things that I wanted to share, one of my favorite points from last week was the research that I shared about how chiropractic helps, get this, chiropractic adjustments help enhance the brain, specifically in the prefrontal cortex. Why is that so important? Well, your prefrontal cortex, it coordinates your ability to complete tasks, your ability to hit and achieve goals, your memory, focus, and your attention to detail, your coordination, also your ability to avoid risky behaviors. So is that something, is a healthy brain something that only people with back pain and neck pain need? Or is that something that every human being alive needs as a healthy brain? Absolutely. And that's why we talk about chiropractic being beneficial for babies, children, adults, the elderly. So if you missed that class, you don't want to miss it. Go back, tune in, and get caught back up with the power of the nerve system. But as we're moving forward, hey, I see a few more people hopping on. That's awesome. And with that being said, coming on here, tonight I'm going to go over 8 different ways to detoxify the body through either nutrition and detoxification. I'm going to go over 8 ways. I want to hear, what is the way that means the most to you? What is one of the ways that I go over, one of the 8 that you think that you could start implementing, not replacing, but adding to your current wellness protocol right now? So at the end of the night, or if you're watching this at a later time, I want to hear what at least one, if not 2 of the ways that you're going to start implementing. So action is where your results are going to come from. So let's get into detoxification. Why is it so important? Well, I thought that our bodies naturally detoxify through breathing and sweating and going to the restroom. Don't we naturally detoxify? Well, we do. You see, God put an amazing system, an amazing body that allows us to get toxins out. But in this day and age, there is so many more bombardment of toxins than ever before. And it's more important to facilitate and be intentional with avoiding toxins and getting them out of our bodies in the first place. Here's why. Toxins, they destroy your DNA. They can literally alter your DNA. They destroy enzymes. They destroy they destroy your cells. They destroy they can lead to different types of cancers. I'm going to just list off a couple of symptoms, and this is just, there's a laundry list. There's a bunch more of these. Here's some symptoms of toxicity: poor circulation, headaches, migraines, anxiety, depression, allergies, poor skin, arthritis, fatigue, constipation, obesity, cellulite, sinus issues, gout, digestive disorders, cold and respiratory disorders, insomnia, bloating, gas. And this is not the end of the list. It continues on and on. So what I'm saying is that virtually any health issue that you can think of, or most of them, can become from toxic bioaccumulation. And so that's why we have to be aware of toxins, and doing intentional things on a weekly, if not daily basis to get them out of our bodies. See this picture here, our crops today are sprayed with pesticides, they're sprayed with herbicides, there's chemicals all over in our everyday environment. They're in the foods that we eat, the personal care products that we use, shampoos, conditioners, lotions, makeups, your cleaning products in your household, your laundry detergents, the paint on your walls, the carpet, these fabric materials. And I'm not saying that to trying to overwhelm anybody or scare anybody, but you just have to understand that our environment today is many times more toxic than it was even 50, 60 years ago. So being aware of these things and starting to switch out some of the products that you're using, moving to non-toxic products and personal care items and cleaning products is more important than ever. Otherwise, that's why we see not only, more cancers, more different types of cancers, but we see them happening at a younger age than ever because we're exposed to more earlier on. But there's something that you can do about it for yourself and for your families. And another thing that I don't think I mentioned quite yet was, as far as minimizing this exposure, is not only switching over your cleaning products or your care products, but also doing your best to avoid and reduce medications, because that is probably one of the number one ways that people are putting toxins into their body regularly, is by taking prescription drugs. We take more prescription drugs in the United States than any other country in the entire world. And so that's another thing that we need to keep in mind. And you see, when I talk about toxicity and minimizing toxins, this is where a lot of my presentations and talking points kind of gear towards. Tonight, it's going to be a little bit different, because I want to focus mostly on the ways that you can, not entirely, but mostly on the ways that you can get toxins out of the body once they're already in there, as opposed to just avoiding them. So, because there's no way that you can completely avoid toxins. So what do we do? Well, I'm going to share 8 steps to next level nutrition and detoxification. And don't worry if you don't get all 8 of them. I'm going to recap the list at the very end, because I'm always that guy at the end of a seminar or the end of a class, and I've got my list, and like the person's like, oh, there's 7 simple steps. And then like I'm missing 2 or 3 of them. So don't worry. You're probably smart. You're probably smarter or a better listener than I am, but I'll try to recap the list at the very end. So number 1 on the list, you might have guessed it, Dr. Jake talking about chiropractic care any chance he can get, talking about how important the spine is. Well, you're pretty much right. Here's why. Your spine and your central nervous system, they play a part in every aspect of your health, including the topic of detoxification. How is that? Well, your digestive tract eliminates toxins through the bowel. Your bladder, your urinary tract eliminates toxins. Your lymphatic system helps eliminate waste products. That's just 3 systems right there. And what is all those systems and all the other systems in the body controlled by? We talked about it last week. If you remember, the nervous system. And your spine and the health of your nerve system is directly influenced by the health of your spine. And that's why we've got to talk about chiropractic when we talk about detoxification. If there's a problem in your spine and the nerves that are going into your gut, how well are you going to be having a bowel movement? How well are you going to be eliminating toxins on a regular basis? Not very good. In fact, toxic accumulation, if you're only going to the bathroom every other day, or some people I talk to are only going to the bathroom like every 5 days or once a week, you are not eliminating toxins properly, and we've got to get those out of the body. And chiropractic has a huge benefit to detox the body properly and get all systems working together. And many of you on here, you understand why it's so important. You continue to get adjusted and do your spinal home rehab to optimize this system. But unfortunately, less than 5% of the population have even been to a chiropractor. And so if you are watching right now and you do not currently have a chiropractic office, or you've never had your spine evaluated, well, that's exactly what we do. You can come into our office, schedule your first appointment. We'll check the full spine exam, consult, any necessary x-rays. All you have to do, you go to our website, freedomfamilychiro.com. There's a new patient special on there. Put in your details, submit it over. A team member will reach out to you and we can help you go from there. But I will tell you what, it's not just about detoxing your body. It's about living your best life. So I couldn't help but first throwing chiropractic in there on my number one on the list for detoxification. Number two on the list, oxygen and exercise. So exercise is one of our essentials that we're going to be talking a lot more about next week. That's the final week, called the fitness plan. So we'll dive into it in more detail, but this is a critical component. Specifically, when you are oxygenating the tissues, you're able to detox better. But another important component that you want to shoot for, and making sure when you're exercising regularly, and I think some people kind of try to miss this piece, or they try to avoid this piece of exercise, and that is sweating. Your goal when you're working out is to be able to sweat so that you can release toxins from the body. That's how a lot of toxins are expelled, is through the skin, is through sweating. So whether you're walking, whether you're running or doing burpees or max T3 or lifting weights, your goal should be to get some level of sweat to get these toxins out of the body. So number two is exercise. Number three, I haven't gotten to talk about this in a long time, and I love this, and I hope you guys are excited about it too. But one of the most amazing ways to pull toxins out of the body is through infrared sauna. Raise your virtual hand if you've ever been in the sauna before, infrared sauna. Well, this is not only very therapeutic and relaxing, but, well, I'll say sometimes it can be intense. I think it's relaxing. But I want me to share some of the benefits of infrared sauna. Better sleep, relaxation, weight loss, relief from sore muscles, joint pain relief, a better skin, improved circulation, help people with chronic fatigue syndrome. And the one that's third on the list, you guessed it, since that's what we're talking about tonight, better detoxification. And this unit right here is actually the one that we have in our house right now, and love it. It's been a huge blessing. But Dr. Chrissy and I, we've been utilizing infrared sauna for 5-6 years, well, probably even longer than that now. And what I love about it is that it is different than your traditional saunas. Your traditional saunas, they're heating up the outside air, where your infrared saunas, the infrared has the ability to penetrate deeper, about 3 inches deeper into the skin, which can then raise up your core body temperature higher and release larger amounts of toxins. So some of the toxins that can be released through infrared sauna are going to be fat soluble toxins, heavy metals, sulfuric acid, ammonia, uric acid. And one of the things that intrigues me the most specifically about this, compared to even some of the other things that I talked about so far, is the ability to get out the heavy metals. You see, with a lot of people getting heavy metals from vaccines and having a relatively highly vaccinated population, there's a lot of heavy metals in vaccines and other things as well, like, this is many years ago, but lead paint, there's aluminum that's getting into our bodies from certain places, mercury from fish, not just vaccinations, but from fish. So getting these heavy metals out of the body is a super important thing, because those are very damaging to the brain and to the nervous system. So infrared sauna is a great way to get those more dangerous heavy metal toxins out of the body. Now, you can go to certain spas, you can go to certain places where you can purchase an individual session, and they can range from, $40 to $60, depending on how long your session is and what place you're at, which is definitely, I think it's definitely worth it in doing that. However, if you want to invest in a home unit, they start, on the low end, probably a couple $1,000 up to even like $10,000 for some of the larger, higher quality units, depending on how many people you want to fit into the unit. But it is something to think about, look into, or at least, try it out. Go to some places where you can be getting some infrared sauna if you don't want to invest in a home unit. But I love it. I feel like $1,000,000 when I get out of the sauna. It's very refreshing, especially on recovery days or rest workout days where you don't feel like moving your body and you still want to recover, but you want to sweat. It's a great day to get an infrared sauna session in and pull some more toxins out. Because, and people always like it when I talk about this, but if you don't want to work out, you don't have to move your body, and you can still be able to facilitate weight loss without moving a muscle. So that's my number 3 on the list, is infrared sauna. Number 4, you're probably going to love this one too. Detoxification benefits from massage. Massage and infrared sauna have some overlapping benefits, like relaxation, better sleep, help from joint pain and muscle pain. But specifically when it comes to detox, stimulates the circulatory system and your lymphatic system. And many of us know that the lymphatic system's like one of their primary role is immune function, right? Protecting against pathogens, foreign invaders, viruses and such. However, one of the main purposes of the lymphatic system is the removal of waste products and toxins. So by stimulating the tissues, the deep tissues, more toxins will be expelled through the skin. Plus, there's a huge mental and emotional benefit from massage as well. Personally, right now in my life, is something that my wife and I always kind of like look towards or dream towards having one day, is being able to get a massage every single week, which thankfully we're in a place right now where we're able to go weekly. But even if you could implement a quarterly massage, which I would call semi-regularly, so 4 times a year, doing a massage can have tremendous benefits. A lot of people probably, though, if they were intentional with it, they could probably afford being able to do a massage like something like at maybe once a month. And I will tell you that I recommend a lot of my patients to get massage. It helps their spine adjust better. It helps with a lot of the pain things that work along with correcting your spine. They get better correction. They hold their adjustments better. They're happier. So even getting one massage a quarter or one a month, or even every other month, can make a big difference with your results. And sometimes people ask me like, hey, well, like what's better, chiropractic or massage? And I can't really, I don't even answer the question because they're not, they're not you're comparing apples to oranges. It's like they're both important. That's like, what's better, like drinking water for sustaining life or eating food? It's like, yeah, both. You gotta both. So they work better together. And one of our one of our impact partners in the community, this is our massage therapist. She's amazing. Her name is Lindsay Roloffs. She not only is a great practitioner, healer, extremely skilled, but she is a chiropractic advocate. So she gets adjusted. She talks to her patients about the power of the spine and the nerve system. Her husband, her kids get adjusted. So she understands how they work together and the importance of it, which is one of the reasons that makes her such an amazing person and therapist. And so if you're in the Raleigh area and you don't have anybody that you go to and you're looking for somebody great, I'm going to send you to Lindsay. You can go to her website here, massagebylindsay.net. You can just send her a message on there. She'll help you get set up, and she'll take really good care. Tell her Dr. Jake sent you over to her. Now, let's say you're farther away or you're living somewhere else across the country. Go find somebody that you can trust and feel a good rapport and relationship with, and get something set up, you know, on at least a semi-regular basis, and you'll have some great not only mind detoxing but body detoxing benefits, and you'll be a lot healthier because of it. All right, so we're going to talk a little bit about nutrition this evening, but probably not what many of you are accustomed to. For those of you veterans, you max living warriors that have been around for a while, and you understand the difference between the core plan and the advanced plan, and what the differences are there. And I'm going to recap that briefly, but that's what we typically are talking about. And you can go to that. You can learn more about the nutrition plans in this book right here, the Align Your Health book, or you can watch our Nutrition 101 class. Lauren has a class on the Facebook page. I've also got a class that's might be a little bit older version on there as well. They're both about an hour or so long. Right on if you scroll back through the videos on our Facebook page for Freedom Family Chiropractic, we'll break down the healthy eating and the core plan and the advanced plan. Just to recap, your core plan, that's your basic wellness maintenance eating plan. And then your advanced plan, that's going to be for people who really want to lose weight fast, reduce inflammation quick, overcome or reverse disease, come off medications. That's going to be cutting out all your carbohydrates, moderate quality protein, loading up on your healthy fats. That's your advanced plan. To learn more about that, you can dive into chapter 4 of the Align Your Health book, or go to our Facebook page and watch Nutrition 101 video that's already on there for you at your convenience. Tonight, when I talk about next level nutrition, I want to talk about something that has been newer to me over the last couple of years, and that is food sensitivity testing. Just last year, Dr. Christy and I decided it was very important for us to get some food sensitivity testing done, because you could be eating healthy foods that are making you unhealthy. And the chances are pretty high, because 95% of people are putting toxic foods into their body and don't even know it. 95% of people have food sensitivities or food allergies or both. And this is something that not only we've done so that you can avoid foods, like, let me give you an example. Almonds, right? Like, we talk about like nuts, and almonds are probably like one of the ones that gets used the most in our core plan and advanced plan foods. But if you have a sensitivity to almonds, you're not going to be doing as well as you should be. In fact, it can cause inflammation and it can cause problems with your gut. And it's actually can be more toxic to you, even though as a general rule, it is a healthy food. So this is something that I highly recommend looking into. That's why we started providing this as a service last year as well. And there's 4 different levels of testing. There's like your basic test, which is going to be 88 different foods that you can test for sensitivities. Then you've got your 115 foods, 154. And then what we did was we did the 207 food testing. That's the premium level one. And so it just checks for more foods that you're sensitive to. It's got this rating scale. So whatever ones you're not sensitive to, they won't show up, but there's a +1, +2, +3, and +4 sensitivity, with +4 being the most severe. So I'll just share a couple of mine with you just so you can get an idea of what I mean. So +1s, they're like a lower level sensitivity, like garbanzo beans, which are like chickpeas. So technically hummus for me is a +1. Kidney beans, crab, even flaxseed. Like, I recommend flaxseed all the time. So I have to actually limit or eliminate or limit the amount of flaxseed that I eat because I'm +1 with flaxseed. Unfortunately, I'm a +2 with eggs. I think I went a couple of months straight without eating any eggs whatsoever. +4, my worst one is a snapper, which is a fish, which thankfully that's not really lucrative to me because it doesn't sound super appealing and it's not really common. But that would be the most severe for me. And you could have things like this that are healthy, that you think are healthy, even like a flaxseed, eggs, and hummus, and it could be making you sicker. And a lot of times these sensitivities, there's a couple of different reasons, but a lot of times they can be because of actually overeating of the food. Where if you had a food and you don't have enough food variety and you eat the same food, week after week after week, year after year after year, that is sometimes enough to be even causing the food sensitivity to begin with. Where then you can eliminate those sensitivities for 90 days or a period of time, retest, and some of those can actually change where you're then no longer sensitive to them. Now, some of them will stay and they last a lifetime that you just have to avoid, and you know that because you have issues with those foods. But that's why I think it's very important to look into. Some offices, they start with this as one of the very, very first thing, but we do offer these. So if this is something that you're interested in, you can call the office, or when you come in to the office, you can ask us like, hey, I want to know more about food sensitivity testing. What are the different prices? What are the different levels that I can get? I think I'd like to do this. So if you're a patient in the office, you have access to that. But even if you are watching this across the country in a different state, you can still call in. This is still something that you can, we sent a kit to my sister-in-law. She got hers done recently. So wherever you're at, this is something that could be very beneficial for you. Juice cleansing and water fasting, another topic that I love to talk about. And before I dive into that, just being hydrated is critical to detoxification. All the cells in your body, if you don't have properly hydrated cells, meaning full of water, they will not perform their necessary functions. And a lot of people's health issues and creating cells that are literally toxic cesspools that can't eliminate waste can be caused because you don't have enough fluid in those cells to perform the necessary functions, or at least at a high level. So drinking water, I mean, it's like the most basic health tip on the planet, but you should really be shooting for half your body weight in ounces of water per day. With that being said, let's talk about the benefits of cleansing and fasting. So both, I recommend doing both or trying both, and they both have great advantages. And so before I get into the differences of, you know, the juices versus like a water cleanse, I want to talk about this topic that I learned from one of my health mentors, Jordan Rubin. And you may know him. He was the founder of Garden of Life. He wrote several books. He started a company called Beyond Organic. He now, him and Dr. Josh Axe run Ancient Nutrition. And so he's one of my health mentors. And I remember him several years ago talking about this concept of building and cleansing. Building and cleansing. Basically said our bodies are always in two phases. You're either in a building phase or you're in a cleansing, detoxifying phase. So when you eat food, like solid food, you know, grass-fed beef or you know, some carbohydrates or, you know, some healthy fats, those macronutrients are going to be utilized to make tissues, build muscle, build fat, restore glycogen stores. That's considered a building phase. But once your stomach is empty and you don't have food in your stomach, and then you're burning calories, this is when your body goes into higher detoxification, cleansing phase. So you've got your building phase and a cleansing phase. And most people in America today, they're stuck too often in a building phase, and they're not hardly ever in a cleansing phase because they're eating too much. And this is why, if you ask me, and I talk about this, I am not a fan of 5 small meals a day. I'm not that I think it's a bad thing, but where in like history do humans have access to 3 square meals every single day at, you know, 8 a.m., noon, and 6 p.m.? Like, it's not the most like natural thing for us to have. We're naturally hunters and gatherers, where our bodies are designed to be able to go lengths and periods of time without food. And not only is that okay, but it's actually can be very, very beneficial for our bodies. So what I mean by that is many of us need to have more time in this cleansing phase and not so many hours a day where we're eating food. And not to go into too much of the topic of intermittent fasting, which I kind of am leading myself into, because I do intermittent fast. Like, I only eat 2 meals a day, so that I spend many hours, like instead of eating over 12 or 14 hours, I have like an 8-hour window. So we're 16 hours a day, I'm in that cleansing phase. Well, with that being said, leading into this juice cleansing and water fasting, when you're eliminating all of these solid foods, you're going into a prolonged cleansing phase, which allows you greater potential for detoxification. I hope I explained that well. I hope that kind of landed for you guys. But you want to spend more time in a cleansing and a detoxifying phase. So, difference between juice cleansing and water cleansing. Well, the juice cleansing, you're going to get a lot more nutrients, phytochemicals, antioxidants. If it's cold pressed, it's going to be more active enzymes, which is great. And some of those antioxidants will also facilitate greater cleansing. But the thing that you got to look out for is doing it with fruit juices. They are going to be more sugary. So that actually can kind of affect your blood sugars going up and down. And so that can hinder some of this detoxification and your hormonal reset, your hormonal balance. So if you're going to do a juice cleanse, I'm a huge fan of doing basically low sugar low sugar fruits and low sugar vegetables, doing mostly straight greens so you're not spiking your blood sugars up and down. That's a great way to cleanse and detox. Or the most cost-effective way, do a water cleanse. Sometimes people get scared about this, but you know, it is, for most people, it is generally safe to, and I always have to say everything with keeping in proper context, but like realistically, 1 to 3 day, 24 to 72 hour cleanses, whether it's water or juice, most people can do. And that's going to rest the digestive system, allow hunger cravings to reset, allow leptin and ghrelin and hunger hormones to reset. It's going to affect your insulin and your human growth hormone. It's going to help detoxify the body better, and you're going to be staying super well hydrated, and it's going to allow the body to energy that it would normally take to digest the food. Even healthy food takes a lot of energy to digest. It's going to utilize that energy to heal and repair tissues and cleanse the body on a deeper level than if you would have continued eating. That's why I love juice cleansing. That's why I love water fasting. And so if you want to pull toxins out and lose weight, it's a great way to do it. And we have a couple of impact partners in the community. We've got Juice Vibes in Clayton, which we've been working with them for years. We've got a new kid on the block with Plant Slant, 3 minutes down the street from our office in Garner. They've both got some amazing high quality cold pressed juices. So if you want to do a juice cleanse, you're going to probably be spending, 40 to 50 bucks a day. So if you want to do a 3 day, just plan on, 140, 150 bucks, and it will be well worth it. It's an investment. If you don't want to do that, do a 3 day or a 2 day water cleanse and see how that goes. If you have questions about doing this, I'm not going to go into all the details of it, but if you have questions or concerns about water cleansing or juice cleansing, you can ask us, ask a team member. We can make sure that you do it as easily and safely and effectively as possible. Essential oils. These are some of my favorite things, and there is dozens and dozens and dozens of different oils that are detoxifying. But tonight I want to just share with you some of my favorite detoxifying oils. And the first one that I want to talk about tonight is lemon. This is probably one of the most popular ones. And before I go into just some of the benefits, because I ask people all the time if they use essential oils, and there are a lot more people that are. However, not all these babies are created equal. A lot of store-bought essential oils are going to be some synthetic ingredients with added fragrances, not the best quality. You really got to know what you're getting with. You want a 100% pure essential oil. And so the brand that we love and trust and use in our home is doTERRA. They're the most tested, the most trusted, and that it's certified pure therapeutic grade. So these are ones that not only can you use on your skin and stuff, but many of these you can use internally. They're safe to consume. This one right here is a great one to put in water that you can consume internally. It's lemon. And I wanted to share this with you because I knew it was a great overall general detoxifier, but I wanted to read this from the book here. It says, lemon not only is an antioxidant, which is going to cleanse, it's superb at detoxifying fat. Superb at detoxifying fat. I was like, man, I liked it before. I like it. I like lemon even better now that I know that it's a superb fat detoxifier. Also great for the urinary tract, liver, and lymph. So that's a citrus oil is going to be your lemon. A couple drops in water. I pretty much do that one every day. Another great detoxifier is grapefruit. Also superb at detoxifying fat, liver, and gallbladder. So these are something that we use regularly on a daily basis in our household, pouring in our water. Plus, it tastes really good. I wanted to talk about one or two other ones. These are blends. This is the Detoxification blend. It's called Zendocrine. And this has a few different things: tangerine, rosemary, geranium, juniper, cilantro. This can be applied topically or drank as well in water. Great way to pull toxins out of the cells is the Detoxification blend. Last one that I want to go over is one that a lot of our patients have seen some tremendous results with. It's called Slim and Sassy, but I don't call it Slim and Sassy because I don't like that name. But I call it the Metabolic Blend. And well, it is the Metabolic Blend. And this one has, you know, two of the ones that I mentioned already, lemon and grapefruit. It's got lemon and grapefruit in it, along with ginger, peppermint, and cinnamon bark. I've seen multiple different patients start using this, and it was the factor. It was the kind of over the top constituent that facilitated weight loss. I've seen people's blood sugars go down, see people lose 7, 10, 15 pounds. And the biggest change that they made was start utilizing good dosages of the Metabolic Blend, which is called Slim and Sassy. So had to share some of these great detoxifying oils with you. In fact, Dr. Christy and I, we do an essential oils class in our office, at least one of them every single month. So if you want to learn more about how to detoxify, use the oils, it's a fun class that we do. It's about 90 minutes. You get to smell them, taste them, try them, learn how to use them. In fact, we have a class coming up this month, this Saturday, the 14th, November 14th at noon. And then we've got another one the 28th at noon. There's still a few spots left. If you want to sign up, come into the office, sign up at the events table. We'll have a good time. You can learn more about them and learn how you can get them into your home and start getting some of the great benefits from them as well. Or if you want to just message on here and just say, hey, sign me up for the class, we could do it that way as well. But we have a couple of awesome ones coming up. And not only are they a lot of fun, they work amazing and they smell good, and most of them taste really good too. So we had to talk about the essential oils. That was what number are we on right now? Number 7. I only got one more left, and we'll be finishing up here pretty shortly. And that is detoxing through supplementation. Now, I got to talk about this specific product already a few weeks ago in one of our prior classes, but couldn't not talk about it again, at least briefly, because when it comes to detoxing, this is something that I've used personally, love it, tested it, tried it. I've used this product regularly for over 10 years now. It's the Max Living Detox System. And we've got 2 products in this box right here. So the first one, this supplement is something that you can take on a daily basis. And the first one is the Cell Detox. And here's what it's got in it that makes it powerful. It's got these amino acids. So cysteine, glycine, and glutamine, these are the precursors that when consumed make more natural glutathione inside of your body. And glutathione is your body's master detoxifier. It's the master sweeper that pulls toxins out from a cellular level. Included in it, it's got chlorella, spirulina, and milk thistle, which help cleanse the cells and the liver. So it pulls these toxins out of the cells. But it doesn't stop there. You've got the two-part system. You've got the body detox, which this is the activated charcoal and magnesium, where when you take this, it binds those toxins so that they're safely eliminated from the body, not getting reabsorbed back into the bloodstream. Not only does this make the product more effective, but it minimizes toxicity, detox side effects like fatigue, minimizes headaches, minimizes distress, because you're getting more toxins out without being reabsorbed. It's one of the reasons why I think really sets this product apart from many other ones and why I love it a lot. So if that is something that you've been needing to do is detox, supplementation is so easy. It's just, you just have to take the supplement on a daily basis. I've watched people lose 7 pounds, 10 pounds. I think I've seen somebody lose as many as 13 pounds in a month from a 1 month supply of taking that. Now, everybody is obviously different, but if you have weight loss resistance due to toxicity, then this is a good way that could really facilitate that for you. But I've seen other things, like the other most common things that benefit people that take this is improved bowel movements, improved energy. I talked about the weight loss component, but those are probably the 3 biggest ones. And then I talked to other people. This is important. I talked to other people and they're like, Dr. Jake, I don't notice any difference when I take these supplements than when I don't. And you want to know something? Neither do I. Well, is it not working? Is it not effective? I don't believe that that's the case. I believe that it is super effective. But when you, like, for somebody like me, like, I don't notice, like, when I take my multivitamin, I don't notice a difference. I don't notice a difference, when I take half of my supplements. Sometimes I do notice a difference, but if it's healthy, a good thing is a good thing. So if you don't have a ton of symptoms going on, then you might not notice if there's actually any noticeable change going on. And that's fine too. If you follow principles that are good, healthy principles, and you do them repeatedly, you are getting health benefits from them. So if you want to try the detox system, you can pick that up. That'll be 10% off in the office this week. Just say, hey, I saw the detox on the Masterclass. I want to pick it up. It's time for me to give it a try. So 10% off in office. If you want to order it online, you can go to freedomfamilychiro.com and just purchase it. It'll be sent right to your house and you can start cleansing on a high level. So that's what we have for you this week. Again, that list, just in case somebody like me may have missed one of them. Number 1 was chiropractic. Number 2, exercise. Number 3, infrared sauna. Number 4, massage. 5, food sensitivity testing. Number 6, juice and water cleansing. Number 7, essential oils. And number 8, detoxing through supplementation, like the Max Living Detox System. So these were my 8 ways to next level nutrition and detoxification. Please, if you haven't already, let me know which one of the ones that you would like to start implementing, what one that you could really see yourself doing on a consistent basis or adding in more regularly. Next week is our last and our final class of the 6-week masterclass. It's the fitness plan. Don't want to miss it. I'll see you next week. I'll talk to you real soon.